Here's the pitch.
Hi, I'm Jeff Moscow from One Inc., and we're solving the problem of too many cards in your wallet and too many apps on your phone.
Our second entrepreneur is Jeff Moscow. He's CEO of One Incorporated. 90 seconds, take it away.
Thank you very much. My name is Jeff Moscow, CEO of One, and we are in the business of solving the problem of too many cards in your wallet and too many apps on your phone through something that we describe as universal recognition. Universal recognition is something that adds tremendous benefit to the consumer. Why? Because today, as an average North American, we belong to over a dozen loyalty programs. And each of those programs require us to carry some kind of identification. Our wallets are getting filled with them, so we're frustrated, and we leave half at home. We're not getting the recognition we actually want. One Inc. is a cloud-based universal recognition platform that allows the consumer to consolidate all of their loyalty and membership programs onto a single number and then carry that single number in a form factor they're most comfortable with. It may be on an app on your phone. It may be on a digital wallet. It may be attached to your favorite credit card. Everybody who participates in One is a winner. From the consumer's perspective, I'm thrilled. You've made my life easier, you've emptied my wallet, and I'm getting the rewards I want, and I'm getting the recognition I deserve. From the merchant's perspective, data from more customers equals more profitability. From the card networks, we're fundamentally changing the value proposition that they are offering their customer. The payment card is no longer just payment, it's payment and universal recognition. That gets the card to the top of the wallet, more utilization, and more profitability. One is fundamentally changing how we're recognized.
Right down to the wire. John.
Jeff, great presentation. I think, as you said, solving a wonderful problem. Multiple questions. Let's start with the engine that you actually have.
Yes.
Because you're going to have to communicate with every potential loyalty program out there to make it ubiquitous to all of us.
Correct.
How are you tapping in? How are you doing the accounting and all the loyalty management and redemption?
So a couple things that are important to recognize. One is that we are not a loyalty program. We don't issue loyalty points. We don't get involved in that at all. We're the back-end switch. So in essence, our business is comprised of two elements. Our back-end switch, which is literally a high-speed switch, which gets in a one number, looks it up on a database, finds the loyalty number of the merchant you're at, and sends it back in a millisecond. So that's the
How do you assign me? Let's say I've got 4 different loyalty programs.
Right.
How do you assign me to the points that I want it to go? If it's Air Canada versus Delta.
Understood. So let's go back just a little bit. At the enrollment phase, as you're issued a one number, you come to a very simplistic environment where you take your one number, you have a drop-down menu of all of the loyalty programs that are in our program. You select the one you'd like, you input your loyalty number to that, and you're automatically associated to your one number. If you're not a member of a program and wish to join, you literally click, I want to join. We have pre-populated numbers, and it comes in. If you're at a location where they select or may offer you a choice, a hotel, some hotels offer airline points versus other airline points, you have the ability on the website to select the specific program you want to earn points from in that location.
Robert. Yeah, so full disclosure, I'm an investor already in One. I introduced Jeff to the program here. But I'll ask a question that everyone, I'm sure, wants to ask, which is kind of where are you to date?
Sure.
What progress have you made?
I think from a couple of perspectives, it's important to recognize the great success that we've had. From the perspective of the consumer and research and understanding, do they really want this? We've gone through anecdotal research with hundreds of people, and everyone says, please, I want to be the first in line. We felt it was a bit important to go beyond that, and as such, we launched a national research campaign, statistically significant, and the person that ran the program, ran the research, came back and said, guys, after 20 years, I have never seen a more positive result on research in terms of people saying, I love that concept and I want to participate. In terms of the launch of the business itself, we have our full technical architecture complete, and we're in the beginning stages of actually developing the back-end IT to deliver the service to the consumer. From the merchant side of the equation, we've been in discussions with a vast majority of the merchants across Canada that have loyalty programs, and the response has been very positive. There are some hurdles in getting them on board in terms of marketing. Is this really going to help my brand? And part of the learning curve for them, and many of them are already there, is understanding that the loyalty effect, the use of that card, drives profitability, more so than the concern of whether or not their logo is specifically on the front of the card. If it comes in the form of an app, That's fine. We've also been having discussions with the major card networks, both in Canada and globally, and the response from them has been exceeding our expectation. Very, very high, because they recognize this is a game changer for them, as well as the issuing banks in Canada.
Rick.
Okay, what's your business model? How do you make money?
We make money in a few ways. We make money by charging the card networks a fee and the banks a fee. We share in revenue from the telcos when they're embedding the One app on their phones. We also have data that we sell back to the merchants. So if you think about the Canadian population, on average, 20% of Canadians move every year. Every 5 years, on average, their databases aren't worth very much. If I'm a member of 20 programs and I move, I'm very unlikely to call every one of them or email them and say, this is my address change. With a single address change at One, we push that data out to all of the loyalty programs.
Does it cost me anything to get this number?
As a user, no. As an actual consumer, it doesn't cost anything.
Who's not going to like this in this community of cards and loyalty programs? Somebody gets hurt here somehow, some way.
I think it's a very, very good question. And quite frankly, I'm not sure that anyone really gets hurt. I think there's some egos that will get hurt.
Somebody's giving up fees that they didn't previously give up. Right?
Okay, so if you're talking about fees, the cost-benefit analysis far outweighs the benefits to the bank or the card company.
But why does it change if I go there and I love the idea. I think you're really on to something here, and I'm just trying to understand it. So I go and I'm buying something or ordering something on the net, and I choose the same loyalty program and same everything I would have done, but suddenly the fees that somebody's picking up somewhere are not the same because you're getting a piece.
Right. So let me
walk. We've got to hurry you.
Sure. Let me walk you through a very quick example. If you have 2 credit cards in your pocket, and you have a choice between one credit card and the other, and one credit card has the One Universal Recognition program on it, and that allows you to consolidate all of your loyalty programs on it, you're going to use that card more frequently than the other one plus other cards. That use drives profitability for them, and our cost is a fraction of that profitability.
Steals from your competitor. Steals from their competitor.
You've got them talking, Jeff. Right, we've got to take a break. Decision time is coming up. Both of our entrepreneurs stand before the panel, ready to hear which business idea won our judges over. The pitch returns after this. Rick, would you put money into One?
I have the same interest. I think it's very interesting. I'm concerned that it bumps into a few people, but I think it's very interesting. Again, just like the other one, it solves a problem. It's really addressing a huge problem. It's a pain in the ear to have all this loyalty and manage it. So,
Robert, we're not going to hear from you because you've already backed this company. John,
I want to know if he's putting any more into the next round. Because otherwise,
he'll have to blog. Okay, go on, John.
I need a yes sir. I loved it in the context of, I think, again, Rick basically covered most of the things I want to say. I think there's a huge opportunity set here. I think there's lots to learn about, so a meeting just to find out more. The valuation seems reasonable from what I understand. There is experience coming at it from previous
from
the
Points,
founders,
which is on the Toronto Stock Exchange.
So, yeah, for sure worthwhile finding out more about.
Okay, so you're kind of taking a meeting, you're interested. We know you love the idea.
I do.
Now, I know you... very quickly, come on, we're almost out of time. Go ahead.
Andy, we also had no choice because Robert would make us take a minute.
Jeff, give us a quick reaction.
I do appreciate all the positive feedback and critical feedback, and I would be thrilled to spend a little bit of time with each of you to discuss in more detail and understanding. Again, 90 seconds only gives the top line, but there's a lot more below the surface I think you'll find interesting.
And we'd all like to get rid of that big hockey puck wallet.
George Costanza wallet.
Exactly. Thanks very much, guys.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks very much to our panel as well. Rick, Robert and John, we're out of time. If you have a business idea, send it to the pitch at bnn.ca. Thanks very much, guys, for bringing us your ideas. We'll be following closely. And you at home, thanks for watching. We'll be back at the same time next week.